So I was a bit of a madman. You see, I caged myself to a 3x5 tile radius for roughly 10 hours. Not literally, not consecutively, but with intention. And what I was doing was practicing some PvP concepts to improve myself as a PKer. You see, in my personal life, I've seen how much intentional practice pays off, and with pking being skill-based, I know it has the same potential for improvement to be made. I should also preface that I think after doing something for so long and becoming good at it, you forget the early day struggling points, which is why I want to make videos like these to share how I'm overcoming these struggles as a beginner. Now in my last video, I shared that I outsustained 90% of my opponents, and I want to take that feedback and improve my KO potential. And when you're looking to improve, you look to the greats, and in this video, I will be featuring two. The first is the YouTuber RuneScaper's Own You. If you watch free-to-play pking, you've likely come across them, and they've created 3 really interesting videos about PK concepts that go over delaying, the backstep, and sliding. Don't worry if you don't know what these mean, in this video we'll be getting more into these concepts. With RuneScape being a tick-based game, you have the ability to time attacks. What is known as a delay is waiting out the last tick before switching into your next attack. To better illustrate, I will give an example of a delayed attack followed by a non-delayed attack. In performing the delay correctly, your opponent has less time to react, which is really cool because you've just improved your base attack movement. It should also be noted that melee weapons have an attack speed, and the attack speed is the same within a 7 tile radius, as I will demonstrate. Now these 7 tiles are quite special and will become anchor points when fighting your opponent. It took me roughly 2 hours to feel comfortable with the delay. How I went about learning it was systematically moving through the 7 anchor tiles, and I was stuck to the tile until I performed 3 successful delays in a row. This became my starting ritual in all my following practice sessions. And as far as practice sessions go, I took a lesson from musicians. You see, they will practice for short, intentional periods of time, because that is proven to trump long, excessive periods of practice. The duel arena proved great for this. You see, duels can last for a maximum of 20 minutes, and after this time period, I would take a break before coming back and practicing more. Now this was nice because it was an easier way to keep track of my time and honor the intentional practice. I should mention that 10 hours was an arbitrary number that I set out with, but proved worthwhile. Now with delaying becoming more natural, I looked for more. So you can begin to build off of the delay, and one of these PvP concepts is known as the backstep. I'll run a clip in the background of me performing it as I explain. The backstep is performed on your second consecutive ranged attack. You will step out of an anchor tile, then back into the tile. Now during this tile transfer, you will delay your melee attack, and your hit will register as you enter the anchor tile. If performed correctly, your damage will stack, and as someone trying to improve their KO potential, I was stoked to come across this. And the backstep can be performed in a variety of tile sequences. It should be noted that I'm using tile markers for the sake of this video as a better visual explanation, but because I will not have them in a real PvP scenario, I did not practice with these during the 10-hour period. By hour 6, I got a really good feel for the backstep and had confidence in performing it. It became a key part of my practice routine. It was at this time that the words of another great dawned on me, and this would be the YouTuber Punches. Now let's just say that there's no question that this guy knows how to no-honor PK. And in one of his videos, he mentioned the importance of your mouse and its settings. Now I will share, I have been using the Logitech M100 since I can remember, and I was using up until this point because it was cheap. I even had a new one waiting for when my current one croaked, but as someone who is very conscious of foundational habits, who also sweated off their Logitech logo, I made a purchase. So I bought the Logitech G203. I've never had a gaming mouse, but I'm really happy with this. It was also really affordable, and being on a laptop and having a cursor speed set to my mouse has been really great. It was at this stage that I began to practice sliding. Now I'll have some clips of me performing sliding in the background, but after about an hour, I saw that this PvP concept was very advanced, and it would require much more practice before incorporating it into my actual fights. Now I still had some fun and would try sliding out in my practice sessions, but it was not a focal point. My final hours of practice consisted of more delaying and the backstep. And looking back, it's been a lot of fun discovering these and actually learning these PvP concepts for myself. With these 10 hours of practice behind me, I will be re-entering the wilderness. Now this will be for another week of pking, keeping another detailed account of how I fare. And if you're curious as well, make sure to be subscribed to keep up to date. These videos do take some time to make, so if you are enjoying them, like myself, I am having a lot of fun here. A like and a comment is appreciated. That being said, I will see you next time.